Grant Middle School Band and Orchestra Pops Concert. So, in years past, what we've done is combine the 6th graders with the other kids, but it became, there's just too many people and it became kind of long, so we wanted to give the 6th graders their own portion of the concert. And so it's nice because you guys can kind of stretch out, you know, have some space between you a little bit. And we can just kind of talk a little bit more about what they've been doing and how they've been doing it. So 6th grade is always a really special time because they learn the most in this year because they start from not knowing anything about their instruments to being able to play songs and playing together, playing different parts, all of that kind of thing. So I want to just introduce a little bit each of the sections. So 6th graders, when you hear your instrument, just hold it up so everybody can see what it is, okay? So in the front row, we have the flutes. Yeah, hold it up higher, hold it up higher. Yes, there you go, good. Second row, we have the clarinets. Yes. Third row, we have 2 different sections. We have the saxophones, the alto saxophone, very good, and the trumpets. Good. And then we have some different instruments in the back here. So we have trombones. There you go. We have a baritone. Yes, good job, Brandon. And we have the tuba. Yeah. And then the far back, percussion wave. Yes, very good. So, yeah, that's going to happen from time to time. So, what we do is we split the class in 2 different groupings. So, Mr. Hartman is our brass specialist, and so he works with the trumpets, the trombones, the baritones, and the tubas, and then I work with the flutes, clarinets, and saxes. I'm Mr. Jones, by the way. That's Mr. Hartman. And then Mr. Hartman also works with the percussionists during their own class, first thing in the morning. So that's during what we call AI. It's kind of like a homeroom period. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a series of small songs that is from a book. It's a method book, and it's about 30 to 45 seconds long each one. So we're just going to go right through those, and then I'll come back and talk to you a little bit more before we play our last piece. That's a little bit longer. So in order, those pieces are Aurelie, Farajaka, When the Saints Go Marching In, Ode to Joy, Hard Rock Blues. And without further ado, this is the 6th grade Grant Middle School Band. Nice job, 6th grade. Sounding really good. So before we introduce our last piece, so a Pops concert, some of you may have been to a Pops concert, you know what that is. So basically it's showcasing popular music. So you heard some stuff that has like a rock beat or a groove to it. You heard some really popular melodies like Ode to Joy, When the Saints Go Marching In. So this is always a really fun concert for them to be able to learn some tunes that they may know from years past, and then for you all to be introduced to it as well, as I'm sure some of you are new band parents, so welcome to the band family, and then I see a lot of familiar faces as well. So it has been a real treat being able to work with your children every day. We've come a very, very long way. It's no secret to you, going through this pandemic for now too long. We've been able to really turn a corner, and they're becoming really mature young adults as they snicker. Yeah. But in all seriousness, their musical potential is very strong. And so I do want to highlight a couple groups of people. So we have our 6th graders, of course, and then there's a handful of 7th graders who started this year. So if you're a 7th grade member, can you stand, please, and be recognized? Thank you, 7th grade. So yeah, our 7th grade class was really interesting. Half of our group was new this year, and so we're very happy to be able to get them performing now, and we'll have more 7th graders of the new 7th graders in the other section at 7 o'clock. And then I also want to highlight our percussion. Wave one more time, percussion. Give them a hand, please. So our percussionists, they're doing double duty tonight. So if you're a parent or guardian of a percussionist, I thank you for being willing to share them for 2 shows tonight and not just one. And so they are 6th, 7th, and 8th grade members. And so with our percussion and with some other instruments like the tuba that Bree and I have been playing, and baritone that Brandon plays, and we have some other instruments like the bass clarinet, the tenor saxophone, the baritone saxophone. We call those harmony instruments or color instruments. It provides more of a depth, a deeper sound to the band. So we have the main instruments, flute, clarinet, alto, trumpet, and trombone. We're going to be having some of those kids transition to a harmony instrument or percussion. And so if that's something, students, that you might be interested in, talk to your folks about that. Then we do have percussion tryouts in the spring. We're very selective with our percussion because they have to be very good. They have to be able to play their own instrument. Each one of them is basically a soloist. There's not 20 snare drums. There's not 15 bass drums. There's only one of each. So they have to go through more of a tryout process in order to become a percussionist. And then, of course, we will have some other instruments that will eventually be filled for next year's group. Let's see. If you have a program, if you look at the back, I put some upcoming dates. So the next concert, like this, that we're going to have, and it'll be at 6 o'clock again, will be the spring concert on Thursday, May 12th. And so if you could help us make sure that they're there for that as well. And then at the top you see something that's called solo and ensemble. So this is an optional event, but if your child just loves to play and they want to just play some other music, maybe a little bit more advanced music, that is a separate performance opportunity that happens here at Grant on Saturday, April 9th. And so they can either play a solo, so they would just play by themselves with a piano player, a piano accompanist, or they could play in a small group with some of their friends in the same instrument family, and we could do that too. So again, students, if that is something you're interested in, parents, if that's something that your child is interested in, we're going to be passing out information next week about that. Okay? So that's all on ensemble April 9th, and then the spring concert May 12th. And I think that's everything. So, without further ado, please enjoy Turbo Rock.
A couple of people to thank for that one. One, Sophia, who decided, along with the rest of us, that the song needed significantly more stomp, stomp, clap, so she couldn't learn the bass for it. All those maybe 40 seconds of work to learn that particular pattern, but it's okay. She's going to be an expert violinist for the rest of the evening. Also, big thank you to Mr. Hartman, who just did the 100 meters of Mr. Patterson's ring dash. All right, so this next piece is String Explosion, and I don't know what I'm going to do.
got a special guest, Mr. Wyman, joining us from the high school music department on the we had an illness in our professional section.
Okay, just a few announcements here before we do our last number. Upcoming events. I know sometimes our children aren't always the best at passing along that information as far as upcoming events. So we have an opportunity called Solo and Ensemble Contest, where your student, if they are interested, could perform a solo for a judge, could perform a small ensemble for a judge. It's a great way to enrich their experience in band if they're looking for something to push them to something a little bit more advanced. That'd be a great opportunity. That's April 9th, optional event if they're wanting to participate. We have a trip to Cedar Point, where we go and perform our concert music in the morning, and then we will just have some fun in the park the remainder of the day. That will be May 7th, and we'll be getting information out to students next week about that. But take a look at that date, May 7th. And that will be 8th grade definitely, and then we'll invite select, advanced 7th graders that we feel are ready musically for that opportunity. So stay on the lookout for that. Third thing, we have our spring concert. By the way, the orchestra does also travel with us to Cedar Point, so that goes both ways there. May 12th, spring instrumental concert. 6 to 8, all required. And then last but not least, we have an event called OMEA Contest, where we perform our music for judges, and it's actually hosted at Harding High School this year. So it's usually in Fostoria, but it's closer by this year, so that'll be good. And again, that'll be that same group roughly that traveled to Cedar Point, the 8th grade plus and advanced 7th graders. So thank you for your great audience, for being a great audience today. And we really appreciate you investing in your children, and anything you can do to help them practice and enhance the skills that they're working on outside the class is greatly appreciated. Thanks to our principals, thanks to our telecom department for recording, and thanks to all the teachers that educate all these kids on a daily basis. And also thanks to to the parents and families that support them. We'll close our program today with Aliens Landing in Your Backyard. Thanks so much for joining us, and if you are interested or able, we will need some help taking equipment, chairs, and all that, and cleaning out the gyms. We appreciate your help and support there as well. Thank you, and enjoy Aliens Landing.